you're keen to communicate in English. Maybe it's a big meeting, or you're networking, or even just trying to get a simple thought out, and then, poof, your mind just goes blank.
Oh, absolutely. It's not always that you don't know the words.
Exactly. It feels like they're trapped, stuck behind some kind of mental wall. Or maybe you're caught in that cycle, that non-stop loop of translating every single thought from your own language, word for word, inside your head.
And by the time you've carefully put together what feels like the perfect sentence,
Yeah, the conversation's moved on, it's miles ahead, and you're left feeling, well, frustrated, maybe a bit shy, definitely over.
It really is a profound barrier, and that's exactly why today we are taking a deep dive into something I think is genuinely transformative. Our mission to unlock some practical, maybe even game-changing strategies for not just speaking, but crucially for thinking directly in simple English. We're drawing on some really insightful material, specifically from the Think Fast, Think Smart approach. It offers a genuinely refreshing way to look at language learning, moving beyond just
Grammar drills to focus on, let's say, cognitive efficiency.
and what's really fascinating about this Think Fast, Speak Smart idea is its core premise. It argues that the main
Feeling of words just disappearing right when you need them.
it's like trying to run two programs at once in your head.
Precisely. Like having two separate departments. One thinking in your native language, the other trying to speak English. And every time you want to say something, you're sending this urgent request from Department A to B for translation, then waiting for the English version.
That constant back and forth, that's the translation trap you mentioned.
That's it. It's not just slow, it drains your mental energy and creates this artificial wall between your thoughts and your words.
So our goal today for you listening is to map out a clear, really actionable path towards
More effortless, more confident English communication. We want to simplify the whole learning process, focusing on practical, everyday techniques.
Yeah, these aren't just abstract.
Yeah, throughout this deep dive, you'll find practical ways to really shift your thinking so it flows directly into English. We'll look at simplifying your speech, how to sound clear, natural, effective.
and confidence. That's key too.
Absolutely key. We'll explore how to build that confidence, moving away from feeling hesitant towards genuine self-assurance. And the nice part about this approach, it shows how to make the whole journey not just work, but actually be enjoyable, turning practice into something you look forward to.
All right, let's unpack this. Let's dive headfirst into what the source calls the foundation. Specifically, how we can start shifting our thinking, our actual thought process.
Okay, yeah, that paints a picture.
That's kind of what translating constantly feels like. It slows you right down, often causes confusion, because word-for-word translations really sound natural in English.
Right. Idiom, sentence structure.
Yeah.
It's different.
Exactly. And it leads to those moments where the perfect word just evaporates. Your brain needs to fundamentally bypass that whole two-step process to get to real fluency, that spontaneous, natural kind of communication. It's about building a direct line, a single pathway from the idea
In your head to the English word.
So how do we start reprogramming that? The Think Fast, Speak Smart material offers this brilliantly simple but really effective technique. They call
Why does that work so effectively?
Well, the analysis is key here. This isn't just about learning vocabulary lists. It's about actively building what psychologists might call direct associations. Or maybe better, starting a process of neural repatterning.
Rewiring the brain, essentially.
Exactly. You're training your brain to skip that translation step it's so used to. Think of it less like studying and more like, I don't know, installing a new default setting for language in your brain.
Making English the first stop for naming things.
Right. Rather than a secondary process you have to consciously switch on. It builds those direct neural pathways, finding
happening in your head, building fluency from the bottom up.
One direct association at a time. I like that.
Yeah, and building on that, another really powerful suggestion from Think Fast, Speak Smart is to consciously bring English into the very start of your day.
Okay.
When you wake up, before your brain gets crowded with everything else, just form and say one small English sentence out loud or in your head. It could be super simple, like, good morning.
Or maybe something like, today is a good day.
Exactly. Or even just, I am happy today. Something small.
It's like setting the intention for the day, linguistically speaking.
Yeah, like a little anchor, a gentle, consistent signal to your brain.
Right. The analysis suggests this small ritual acts as a clear signal. It's like telling your brain, okay, English mode is on. It sets the linguistic tone, makes thinking in English feel more normal, more a part of your life right from the start. This little habit helps normalize and automate English thought as the day goes on.
Okay, so we've got these mental techniques. But the Think Fast, Speak Smart approach also talks about physically changing your environment, immersing yourself.
How so? Like moving to an English-speaking country?
Well, maybe ideally, but much simpler than that. One really tangible idea is labeling your world.
Labeling?
Yeah, taking small bits of paper, writing simple English words on them, and sticking them on the actual objects around your room or your desk. So you write door, and stick it on the door, mirror on the mirror, bed on the bed. The source actually mentions the author doing this themselves and being surprised how well it worked.
Ah, I see. So you get this constant
Passive exposure.
Exactly. Every time you look at the object, you see the English word. It's almost subconscious, linking the word to the real thing. This repetition helps cement the words in your memory. Right. When you see an object, take it a step further. Ask yourself a simple question about it in English, then answer it in English. So you see your cup, you think, what is this? And then answer, it is a cup.
Or maybe, what color is this? It is blue.
Perfect. It turns passive looking into active mental engagement with the language. You're forming basic sentences, practicing structure, reinforcing those direct thinking pathways again. It's a great low-pressure way to get your brain working in English, even when you're alone.
I like that. Active internal dialogue.
Now, this next one I find really interesting because it's so subtle, the counting habit.
Counting.
Yeah. The advice is to consciously count everyday things in English. As you walk, count your steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Climbing stairs, count them in English. Putting groceries in a bag, count the items. 1 apple, 2 breads.
Okay, what's the thinking behind that?
What's fascinating here, according to the source, is how this simple repetitive action keeps your brain kind of simmering in English without needing intense focus. It's a subtle cognitive trainer.
Keeping the English channel open in the background.
Exactly. By linking English to these mundane automatic actions, you make it a constant background process. It builds unconscious fluency and reinforces numbers directly in English. It really shows how the method tries to weave English into the basic rhythm of your day.
That makes sense. Low effort, high frequency.
And speaking of weaving it in, there's narrating your actions.
Okay, like a running commentary.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Silently to yourself or
Out loud, if you're alone, describe what you're doing using simple English sentences like, I am drinking water, I am opening the window, I am reading a book.
This seems...
Okay, so beyond the visual and the self-talk, auditory immersion is also important in this approach. The advice is simple. Listen to simple English.
Simple being the key word.
Definitely. Short, easy stories, basic songs, maybe conversations designed for learners, things you can understand fairly easily.
And the reason for simple input.
The analysis here is that when your brain gets used to understanding easy English quickly, it starts to internalize the patterns and the rhythm. It builds
Intuitive comprehension.
So it starts to process the English directly without needing that translation step.
Exactly, you just understand. It builds that direct pathway for understanding.
in English.
Smile. Just smile. How does that help with language?
It raises a really interesting question, doesn't it? How does our emotional state actually impact language learning and thinking?
There must be some science behind it.
There is. It connects to positive psychology and even neuroscience. When you smile, even a forced smile initially, it actually triggers positive neural pathways. It can lower activity in the amygdala, the brain's fear center.
Which is often very active when you're nervous about speaking a new language.
Precisely. And at the same time, it can boost activity in the prefrontal cortex.
Which helps with memory, focus, and flexibility, all crucial for language. So the smile isn't just about feeling nice, it's almost like a physiological hack.
Optimizing your brain state for learning.
Right, so we've laid this foundation for shifting your thinking into English. Now let's move into section 2, the art of simple expression. This is all about getting those English thoughts out clearly, confidently, effectively.
And the core idea here, championed by Think Fast, Speak Smart, is wonderfully straightforward, though maybe counterintuitive for some learners. Small sentences are your friends. Meaning, don't try to build complex, elaborate sentences.
Especially when you're starting out, the advice is emphatic. Consciously choose to start with small, easy-to-form, crystal-clear sentences.
And why is that so powerful? Why not aim?
Exactly. That feeling of success boosts your confidence, makes you feel more capable, and naturally encourages you to speak more. That cycle is how you build real fluency and self-belief.
This source gives examples, right?
Oh yeah, very direct ones like, I am happy, it is hot today, I like tea. Models of simplicity.
So what defines a small sentence in this context?
Just a few words conveying one single clear idea. I am happy. 3 words, one idea. It is hot. Same deal. Easy to say,
Easy to grasp. Simplicity here isn't a weakness, it's a strategic advantage. Less mental effort, more effective communication.
So practically, how do you apply this? The method...
Exactly. Describe your surroundings. The sun is bright, the cat is small, the car is red. It connects what you see directly to simple English output. Your brain learns to map visual input straight to simple English structures.
No detours through your native language.
Ideally, yes. And remember that narration technique we talked about for thinking.
Narrating your actions.
Yes. Apply that directly to speaking practice. Say the simple sentences out loud. I drink water. I read a book. I open the door.
The source actually shares a story about doing this daily narrating, from waking up to going to school, and how it made the speaker feel good and confident every day.
So it reinforces the words.
why? Because they're easy for you to say, and crucially, easy for everyone to understand.
That sounds like common sense, but it often gets lost.
It does. But think about the effect. When you use simple words, people understand you easily. That immediate understanding makes you feel successful, happy even. And that positive feeling fuels more speaking, builds confidence.
It shifts the focus from impressing people to actually connecting with them.
And the method gives concrete examples of swapping words, right?
Yes, very clear ones. Instead of struggling with assist, just say, help.
Continuous communication in English. Keep thinking in English. Don't stop.
So how should you approach learning new words then?
Prioritize intelligently. Focus first on everyday vocabulary words you'll actually use constantly. Simple words about daily life. Food, rice, bread, egg, milk, family, father, mother, brother, sister, weather, hot, cold, rainy, sunny. These high-frequency words let you talk about your actual life, simply and right away. Build that functional core first.
There's an anecdote in the source about this, isn't there? About trying to use big words.
Yes, a very powerful one. The author talks about trying hard to use complex words to sound smart.
It's about being understood and connecting. That's what builds real confidence.
So when learning new words, the method suggests a kind of filter.
A very practical one.
Yeah.
Ask yourself 2 questions about a new word. 1, is this word easy for me to remember and say? And 2, can I use this word almost every day?
Okay.
If the answer to both is yes, then really learn it well. If not, the advice is maybe wait. Don't clutter your brain yet.
Focus on the high-impact, easy-to-use words first.
Exactly. Sufficient learning. Focus your energy where it gives you the most
Immediate communicative power. That builds confidence because you can actually use what you learn right away.
And one more piece related to expression, the pace. How fast should you speak?
Massively. It helps you feel calmer, more in control. It strengthens your ability to maintain that simple English flow without getting flustered. It gives your brain the space it needs to work effectively in English.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Slow down to speed up fluency, in a way. So we've got the thinking shift, the simple expression. Now, section 3 is about practical tools for daily practice, things you can actually do on your own.
Right. This approach really emphasizes self-practice. And the first technique suggested is mirror practice.
Talking to yourself in the mirror.
Essentially, yes.
Yeah.
Stand in front of a mirror and practice saying your small, simple sentences.
What's the benefit of the mirror?
It's about self-observation. You see your own expression, you hear your own voice more clearly, perhaps. You can check if you look and sound clear, simple, confident.
But in visual confidence, too.
Exactly. You see yourself speaking English, you can say, my name is your name, I'm from your country, I like something, and connect that image of yourself with the English words. It makes it feel more real.
Okay. And another solo technique.
Talking to yourself alone. We touched on narration, but this is broader. Just having an internal monologue or even speaking aloud when you're alone in English.
Like when you wake up.
Yeah, maybe say good morning to yourself.
Yeah.
Making tea. Think or say, I am making tea. Look outside. It is sunny today.
It's like a constant judgment-free practice zone.
It really is. It integrates English into your thoughts and actions all day long. These little sentences help solidify that direct thinking pathway,
Make English feel more natural. It's always available, your own personal practice partner.
And what about writing?
The source strongly recommends writing small sentences. Keep a small notebook just for It engages a different part of the brain, reinforcing the learning. It helps with memory. Plus, you have a physical record. You can look back and see your progress, which is incredibly motivating. Seeing those sentences written down can make you feel really good about what you're learning.
Builds that sense of accomplishment again.
Definitely. And remember, speaking out loud, even when alone.
Yeah, you mentioned hearing your own voice.
Right. Hearing yourself allows you to check for clarity. Does it sound right? Is it easy to understand? But more than that, it builds readiness. Hearing your own voice producing English confidently makes you feel more prepared, psychologically stronger for speaking with actual other people. It bridges that gap between internal thought and talking to someone.
Makes sense. Getting used to the sound of your own English.
And repetition is key here, too. The source calls it repetition for reinforcement.
Using the same words and sentences over and over.
Intentionally, yes. If you learn small, use it. Small book, small bag, small house. Mastered, I like tea. Say it often.
Why is that so effective?
Because it makes those core words and structures feel incredibly easy, totally normal. It's like groove formation in the brain. It increases your speed and confidence because retrieval becomes automatic. The more you say them, the faster they come out, the more fluent you feel.
Okay, but what when things go wrong? We all make mistakes. Overcoming hurdles.
This is where the mindset really matters. Think fast, speak smart is very clear. Mistakes are okay.
That's a relief to hear.
It really is. The advice is explicit.
Do not feel afraid. Do not feel shy. Mistakes are okay. Mistakes help you learn.
So reframing mistakes not as failures, but as learning.
Don't pause to translate or search your memory for that perfect complex word. Just pivot.
Like the examples before, forgetting delicious. Say good.
Precisely. Or very nice. Can't find beautiful. Use pretty or nice. Keep the flow going.
Maintain the momentum.
Yes. The main goal the source emphasizes is to keep thinking in English. The goal is not to stop. This practical tip keeps you engaged, prevents those frustrating blocks, and keeps the conversation moving. That's much more important for fluency than finding the perfect word every single time.
Okay, so lots of great tools for practicing on your own, but language is ultimately social, isn't it? Let's move to section 4, engaging with others, expanding your practice.
Absolutely.
And really solidifies.
Makes sense, but finding people to practice with can be tricky. What does the source suggest?
First, the most obvious. Connect with friends learning English. If you know someone else on the same journey, make a pact to practice together.
Using those simple sentences.
Exactly. Keep it simple. Hello, how are you? I am fine. I like tea. I like coffee. It creates this safe space. You're both learning, so there's less pressure, less fear of judgment. You can help each other, encourage each other. It makes it less daunting.
Okay, friends make sense. What else?
Here's a surprising one. Talk to your family, even if non-English speakers.
Really? Even if they don't understand?
Yes. The advice is to just use your small, simple sentences with them. Good morning. I am happy today. It is hot today.
What's the point if they don't reply in English?
It's valuable self-practice in a real, comfortable environment. You get used to saying the words out loud, making English part of your home life. You hear yourself speak. And, maybe they'll pick up a few words too. It could become a shared thing.
Interesting. Okay, what about finding people outside your immediate circle?
This is where online communities come in. The source highlights how valuable it is to connect with other English learners online. There are so many platforms now.
Like language exchange sites or forums?
Exactly. The source even shares the story of finding an online friend and setting up weekly practice sessions, just using small sentences and helping each other. It opens up a world of practice partners, different people, different accents, shared goals.
Great. So,
when you are talking to others, what are the key communication principles to keep in mind, according to this method?
First, and it echoes the solo practice mindset. Don't be shy. Don't be afraid of mistakes.
listening help your speaking?
You pick up new words, new ways of phrasing things simply. You improve your understanding. You absorb the rhythm and patterns. It's a holistic process. Good listening makes you a better speaker.
Makes sense. Input feeds output. And how do you keep conversations going, especially simple ones?
Ask small questions. Get comfortable using simple, direct questions. What is your name? Where are you from? Do you like music? What did you eat today?
Why small questions specifically?
Because small questions
Questions usually get small, manageable answers. That makes it easier for you to understand, and it keeps the conversation flowing naturally. One small question leads to a small answer, which can lead to another.
The next says rice, the next bread. Simple association games.
How does that help?
It makes practice fun. Less like study, more like play. It helps remember words in a low-pressure way, encourages speaking, builds positive associations with English. You laugh, you learn, you connect.
Okay, this is fantastic. We've gone from the internal shift to simple speaking to solo practice to interacting with others. Let's bring it all together in section 5, building confidence and enjoying the journey. This feels like the glue holding it all together.
It really is. Confidence, that feeling of being sure of yourself, believing you can do it.
Yeah.
And think fast, speak smart makes a crucial point. Confidence in English doesn't just magically arrive when you're fluent.
No. How does it grow then?
It grows step by step.
Small victory. These aren't trivial. They are the building blocks of real earned confidence.
And to keep that confidence growing,
Daily practice is crucial, even short bursts. The source stresses practicing even just 5 minutes a day talking about your life, the weather. Consistency is the secret sauce. It makes you feel stronger day by day. The author mentions that daily narration habit again. I wake up, I eat breakfast, reinforcing that consistency.
and the smiling, does that link to confidence too?
Definitely. Smiling's role in confidence is key. It makes you feel happier and stronger, as we discussed, but it also projects positivity.
People respond better to a smile, which gives you positive feedback, reinforcing your confidence. It's a virtuous cycle.
Okay. What about dealing with setbacks? We talked about mistakes
Distance, not perfection.
And celebrating the journey itself.
Yes, celebrating progress is huge. Look back sometimes. Where did you start? What couldn't you do before that you can do now? Maybe you can say, I am fine, but now you can. That's real progress.
Recognizing how far you've come.
Exactly. Acknowledging it fuels happiness and confidence. The source even suggests small rewards. Learn 5 new words. Have your favorite tea. Use a new sentence structure. Watch a fun video. Take a walk. There's even an anecdote about having a small piece of cake after learning 5 words.
Positive reinforcement makes learning feel good.
Totally. And share your progress. Tell people. Tell your family the new words you learned. Use your simple sentences with friends.
Kindness makes the whole process sustainable.
Exactly. It makes learning feel good, not stressful. It keeps you going.
And this whole deep dive, all these techniques, they culminate in a really powerful idea, don't they?
Yes, a really empowering affirmation. Simple English is beautiful. The
Yeah.
think fast, speak smart method is so clear on this. You don't need big words. You don't need long, complex sentences. Small words, they're good. Small sentences, they're good. Simple English is good English.
It's effective. It's empowering.
It allows clear communication. When you use simple English, people understand you. That builds your assurance, your joy in connecting. Simple English is your friend, your powerful tool to talk to the world confidently.
Okay, so let's try to wrap up this deep dive into think fast, speak smart. The key takeaways seem to be fundamentally shift your brain to think directly in English,
Bypass that translation step.
embrace simple words and small, clear sentences as your primary tools.
Simplicity is strength.
Use those daily practice methods consistently, both when you're alone and when interacting with others.
Practice makes progress, not perfection.
And crucially, build that unwavering confidence through self-compassion, acknowledging your progress, and just keeping going.
Absolutely. These strategies, they're practical, they're human, they offer a real path to feeling informed, articulate, and confident in English without the usual overwhelm or pressure for perfection. They're tools for your journey, helping you learn, speak, and actually enjoy English every day.
So, here's a thought to leave you with. What if true fluency isn't really measured by how many words you know?
No, but by how deeply you can connect with others through simple, clear communication. How might mastering this art of simple English not only open up new conversations,
Turning what felt like a challenge into a real strength. Hello and welcome to the deep dive. You know that feeling, don't you? That really deep desire almost everyone has to speak English fluently, to just connect easily with people, absorb ideas without hitting that mental wall.
It's universal.
But then, almost inevitably, the familiar problems pop up. You know, the shyness that just freezes you up right when you want to say something.
Yeah, or just feeling totally swamped.
Exactly. Swamped by grammar rules, endless vocab lists.
Yeah.
It just feels overwhelming.
Maybe even impossible.
it really can, like you're facing this huge mountain and you don't even know where to start climbing.
It's a very common experience, isn't it? This sort of paradox where the language you want to map.
It's remarkably simple, but really powerful.
Our mission here is to unpack some really practical, actionable strategies pulled directly from expert insights to help you think and speak English effectively.
And it's not about memorizing, right? Not about becoming a walking dictionary.
No, absolutely not. It's more like a shortcut, a way to kind of rewire your thinking for real fluency. So you can feel informed, capable, gain knowledge quickly without that feeling of just being buried under information.
Simplifying the path.
Exactly. Simplifying the path to confident English. Okay, so let's unpack this foundational idea first, because this is really where a lot of learners accidentally hit a pretty big wall.
Right.
The core problem, as the source explains it so well, is this translation trap.
The trap.
Most learners, and it's totally natural, they think first in their native language. It's their comfort zone,
Yeah.
their main way of thinking.
Of course, it's automatic.
But then they try to translate those thoughts, which are often already quite complex, directly into English before they even open their mouth.
And what's really fascinating, or maybe frustrating, is just how inefficient that is. The cognitive load is huge.
Explain that a bit more. Cognitive load.
Yeah, I mean, imagine trying to talk to someone, but you have to whisper everything to an interpreter first, and then the interpreter says it out loud. Your brain is literally doing double duty.
Ah, okay. Got it.
It's forming the idea in one language system, and hunting for the right words, the right grammar, the idioms in the other system. And that constant back and forth, that mental gymnastics.
It eats up time. It slows you right down.
And that's when words just disappear mid-sentence, right? You just freeze.
Exactly. You get confused, stuck. It's a bottleneck, just like you said earlier.
That constant switching between languages,
Yeah,
it adds a delay.
a noticeable one, yes. It's the difference between just instantly grabbing a word versus running a complex search query in your head every single time. Thinking directly in English lets you recall words much faster because you're building a direct link. Concept fess up to English words, no middleman.
Okay, it bypasses the translation layer.
Right, and that frees up so much mental energy, speeds up your response time.
So if that's the translation trap, what's the simple solution? It sounds almost too simple.
It does, but it's powerful. The core idea
Is direct association.
Direct association, okay.
When you see something or think of something, immediately, and this is key, immediately say its English name inside your...
The whole learning thing.
it really does. It simplifies things tremendously.
It sounds, I don't know, almost childishly simple.
But that's the beauty of it. That simple repeated action is actually training your brain on a fundamental level. You're paving a new, faster pathway. Like building a highway to bypass a slow, winding country road.
A neural highway.
Exactly. You're leveraging neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to change and adapt. Every time you see tree and think tree directly, you strengthen that new pathway.
And the more you use it.
The faster and more automatic it becomes, eventually thinking in English starts to feel effortless, just like it does in your native language. It really cuts down the mental effort.
Especially at first, is clarity, crystal clarity, and building confidence.
So how do we do that?
Start small, really small. Easy sentences are your best friends
Why small?
because they're clear, they're easy to say, and crucially, easy for others to understand. Like the examples in the source. I am happy. It is hot today. I like tea. Simple stuff.
Basic but effective.
Very effective because when people understand you, you get that little rush, right? You feel good, competent, strong.
And that makes you want to speak more.
Precisely. It's positive reinforcement. It builds your belief in yourself. You feel good, you speak more, you improve more. It's a virtuous cycle.
So simple English is good English.
It absolutely is, because understanding builds confidence. Confidence leads to practice. Practice leads to fluency. It's an upward spiral.
But why do so many learners feel they have to use big words? That misconception is really strong.
It is. There's this idea that sounding smart means using complex vocabulary and grammar. But honestly, effective communication, especially in everyday life, is about being clear. Simple words are powerful because they ensure understanding. They cut through the noise.
And they're easier to remember and use, which boosts confidence too.
Exactly. You sound natural, clear, not like you're struggling to find some obscure word. Think about giving directions or explaining something quickly simple is best.
Right. Get the message across. Now, here's something from the source that I found really interesting. The power of asking small questions.
Yes, that's a fantastic technique.
How does that help? Exactly.
Well, small questions make it super easy to start a conversation. And importantly,
They tend to get you understandable answers.
So you're not overwhelmed by the reply.
Right. Ask a complex question, get a complex answer you can't follow, and the conversation just dies. They did. And that success, that simple connection, made them feel happy, strong. It wasn't just information exchange, it felt like unlocking something.
That's a feeling that definitely encourages you to keep going.
Absolutely. It lowers the barrier to actually interacting. You're not trying to have some deep philosophical debate right away.
It's just opening the door.
Exactly. And you, listening right now, can use this today. Ask someone a small question. See what happens.
Great tip. And related to keeping things flowing, there's the idea of word substitution, the don't stop rule.
Yes. This is so important. If you're talking and you suddenly can't find the perfect word, don't freeze.
Don't just stop talking.
No! Just grab another simpler word that gets the main idea across.
So if I wanted to say the food was delicious, but I blank on the word.
Just say good or very nice or tasty. People will get it.
If I wanted to say beautiful,
Pretty or nice. It works. The goal is communicating, not showing off vocabulary you might stumble over.
It keeps the conversation moving.
Exactly. It stops that fear of getting stuck, and it builds confidence because you realize you can keep talking, even if it's not perfect. Simple words let you keep going.
That's like being agile. Right. Using what you have available.
Precisely. Flexibility over rigidity. That reduces the pressure enormously.
Okay, so we're thinking simply, starting to speak simply. How do we make this like a normal part of everyday life? So it's not just study time, but all the time.
That's the key, isn't it? Making it effortless, automatic. And again, it comes back to the brain's adaptability, neuroplasticity. Small, consistent habits literally rewire those pathways. You're training your brain to default to English.
So what are some of those small habits? The source mentions a morning ritual.
Yeah, a really simple one. Start your day with just one simple English sentence.
Just one.
Just one. Could be good morning, or today's a good day, or I am happy today.
Doesn't sound like much.
The power isn't in the complexity, it's in the consistency. Doing it every morning signals to your brain, okay, switch to English mode now. It's like a little mental warm-up, primes the pump for the day.
I like that. And then there's the idea of using visual cues, putting words on things.
Yes, write small English words on little notes and stick them on objects around your home.
Like door on the door.
Exactly. Mirror on the mirror, bed on the bed, window on the window. Constant visual exposure.
And the expert in the source actually did this.
They did put papers everywhere, and soon they found they were thinking the English word before even seeing the paper.
Wow. So the association became automatic just from seeing the object.
It
Think, what is this? Answer, it is a cup.
Exactly. See, a car, what is this? It is a car. It's like a little internal quiz.
With interactive, even though it's just in your head.
Right. It practices both thinking and forming simple sentences. Really solidifies those connections.
Okay, another super simple one from the source. Counting in English.
Yeah, just count things throughout the day. Your steps walking somewhere, stairs, items you're putting away.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It keeps your brain taking over in English mode. Very low effort.
but keeps the exposure constant.
And building on that, narrating your own actions.
Yes, tell yourself what you're doing in simple English as you do it.
Like, I am drinking water.
Or, I am opening the...
Easy stories, simple songs.
Why simple?
Because your brain gets it fast. It understands without having to stop and translate every other word. And when understanding is fast, thinking in English becomes faster too.
It just clicks.
Right. The expert mentioned listening to easy English, daily stories, songs, and how much it helps them think faster directly in English. That direct comprehension is vital.
Okay, and one more tip from this section, which I thought was really charming. Smile.
Yes, smile when you think and speak in English.
Does that actually work?
Well, think about
The psychology. Smiling genuinely makes you feel happier, right? And when you feel happy, you tend to feel more capable, stronger. It can actually improve cognitive function, memory, how...
Simple words and sentences themselves. Because that idea that big words are better is a real hurdle.
It really is, and it's just not true. Simple communication is incredibly effective. That's the core message.
Simple words are strong words.
Absolutely. Clarity is strength in communication. If people don't understand you, it doesn't matter how fancy your words are.
So how do we actively choose simple words?
When you want to say something, consciously reach for the easiest word first. Don't strain for something complex.
So instead of assist,
Help instead of purchase.
buy instead of delicious.
Delicious.
Good or tasty? They work perfectly fine in most situations. Easy to say, easy to remember, easy for others to understand, cuts out the complexity.
The anecdote from the expert was really powerful here too, wasn't it? About trying big words first.
They talked about wanting to sound smart using complex words, but people just got confused. It created distance, not connection.
Until they switched to simple words.
Right. And suddenly people understood. They smiled, they responded, and that feeling of success, of connection, made them feel strong and happy. That's when they knew simple words were better.
Such a relatable struggle and solution.
Definitely. And to help with that filtering process, when you learn a new word, ask yourself two things.
Okay.
One, is this word easy?
Easy to say, easy to remember. 2, can I use it every day?
And if it's yes to both.
Learn it well. Use it often. If it's no too hard, too niche, maybe save it for later.
Not a race.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Clarity over speed. Always, especially when you're building fluency.
And once you have those simple words, use them repeatedly.
Yes, repetition is key. If you learn small, use it everywhere. Small book, small bag, small house. Learn big. Big car, big tree, big dog. Using them over and over makes them automatic. Easy to grab, easy to use. It builds that mental muscle memory for clear, simple English.
Okay, simple words are clear. Now let's define small sentences properly. What exactly are they?
It's not just about being short. A small sentence has few words, yes, but the main
Thing is, it conveys one clear idea. That's the core.
Like, I am happy. 3 words, 1 idea.
Exactly. Or, it is hot. 2 words, 1 idea. They're like little laser beams of...
Yes, observe your surroundings and describe them simply. The sun is bright, the cat is small, the car is red. Direct observation, simple description, reinforces that direct English thinking.
And third, talk about what you do.
And narrate your actions. I drink water. I read a book. I open the door. Again, super easy sentences. Integrating English right into your actions makes it part of your routine.
And the expert's own story about their daily routine. I wake up, I wash my face, I eat breakfast.
That really showed how these simple sentences build confidence over time.
It did. Those small, consistent acts were building blocks for thinking and speaking, and crucially, for feeling capable.
Definitely. Hear yourself saying the sentences. Check if they sound clear. It's huge for confidence and prepares you for real conversations. The experts swore by this.
And finally, repeat them. Use the same ones often.
Yes. The more you say, I like tea, the easier and faster it becomes. Repetition builds fluency and makes you feel sure of yourself. It locks it in.
Right, it becomes automatic. Okay, so we have the tools for thinking and speaking simply, but English is about connection, right? So the next vital step is
Is actually using it with other people.
Absolutely crucial. Interaction is where the real learning happens, the real improvement. Plus, it just feels good. It makes you feel happy, strong.
So where can people practice?
Still talk to your family. Say those small English sentences to them anyway. Good morning. I'm happy today. It is hot today.
Even if they don't understand everything.
Yes, because you are still practicing. You're still forming the sentences, saying them aloud. And who knows, maybe they'll pick some up. It makes English feel normal in your home environment.
And then there's online practice.
Huge opportunity there. So many people online looking for language partners. Find someone, practice regularly, use those small sentences. The expert shared, finding an online friend, practicing weekly, just helping each other with simple English, it works.
Okay, but this brings up a big one. Shyness. Fear of mistakes. That stops so many people.
It's a huge barrier, and the advice is crystal clear. Don't be shy. Don't be afraid. Mistakes are okay.
Easier said than done sometimes.
I know, but it's so important to reframe it. Mistakes aren't failures. They are how you learn. They give you information. Confidence doesn't come from being perfect. It comes from trying, messing up, learning, and trying again. It's about resilience.
Embrace the mistakes as learning opportunities.
Exactly. They are essential steps on the path.
And alongside speaking, listening is key too, right? Actively listening.
Very much so. When others speak, really listen. Focus on their simple words, their small sentences. You learn new words, new ways to say things. It improves your understanding in your own speaking. It's not passive, it's active learning.
And use those small questions again to keep conversations going.
Yes. What is your name? Where are you from? Do you like tea? They're easy
Conversation starters and extenders. They make interaction less intimidating.
And maybe make it fun, like playing games.
Yeah. Simple English games are great. Word games, naming games.
Big words or long sentences to feel confident.
Not at all. Confidence starts with successfully using simple English. Feel proud when you say, I am happy. Acknowledge that it is hot is effective communication. Each small sentence makes you stronger, builds that belief.
And daily practice reinforces that, even just 5 minutes.
Absolutely. 5 minutes a day, speaking simple English about your day, the weather, food.
Right.
Speak slowly, use small sentences. Like the experts' I wake up, I eat breakfast routine. It builds assurance.
And smiling helps confidence too.
It does. Smile when you speak. You feel happier, stronger. People respond better. It projects confidence even if you're still building it internally.
And drilling down on mistakes again, don't fear them.
Cannot emphasize this enough. Everyone makes mistakes. Learners, experts, native speakers, they are good. They teach you. Confidence grows when you keep trying despite mistakes.
Okay. And remember your progress. Look back.
Yes. It's easy to forget how far you've come. Maybe you couldn't say, I am fine before. Now you can. Maybe asking, what is this? Was hard, now it's easy. Acknowledge those wins. Celebrate them. That feeling of progress fuels happiness, which fuels confidence.
And keep repeating those small sentences.
Repetition makes them easy. Easy feels sure. Sure feels confident. Say, I like tea. It is cold. Many times. It becomes automatic, effortless, confident.
And maybe record yourself.
Great idea. Listen back. Hear your clarity, your flow. Hearing your own progress is incredibly motivating. Makes you feel proud, happy, confident. The expert did this often.
Absolutely. Brain plasticity. All these methods, direct association, small sentences, self-talk, they're training your brain to build that direct English pathway, just like native speakers have, bypassing the middleman.
Okay, so let's quickly recap those key strategies for direct thinking. First, immediate word association.
See it. Think the English word instantly. Sun, water, dog. No native language first. Foundational.
Second, think in small sentences about what you see.
The sun is bright.
The car is big. The tree is green. Generate thoughts directly in English.
Third, self-questioning and answering in English.
What is this? It is a book. Keep the internal...
Use another simple word or phrase, something to write instead of pencil. Looks good instead of beautiful. Keep the English thoughts flowing. Don't break the chain. The more you do this, the faster your direct thinking gets.
Fantastic. Okay, as we wrap up this deep dive, there's one last crucial ingredient. Enjoying the journey.
Yes, this is so important. If you enjoy learning, it doesn't feel like work. It becomes easy, something you want to do more of.
It's not a race.
Definitely not.
Take small steps, enjoy each one, celebrate every little win, a new word, a sentence you understood, a successful small chat.
And do things you like doing, but do them in English.
Exactly.
It reinforces the positive feeling, makes you eager for more.
And share what you learn.
Yes. Tell family, friends. Say your new words or sentences. Sharing builds pride, gets encouragement, makes you feel good. Connects your learning to your life.
And above all, be kind to yourself.
Absolutely. Some days you'll be tired, you'll forget words, you'll make mistakes. It's okay. Smile, tell yourself I'm learning, I'm getting better, and keep going. Self-compassion makes the journey sustainable and positive.
And remember, simple English is beautiful.
It truly is. You don't need complexity. Small words work. Small sentences are clear.
Simple English lets you connect, feel confident, feel happy, embrace it, enjoy it. It's your friend on this journey.
So to bring it all together from this deep dive on Think Fast, Speak.
As you go about your day after listening to this, think about it. What single simple English sentence will you use to kickstart your journey of thinking fast and speaking